Hi, my name is Ian. I'm 21 years old. I'm based out of Arlington, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Okay, Mr. Ian. I have intermediate thought and concern just going in front of me. Not the largest stack by any means, but immediate thought and concern. But first, I want to know, what are you doing for a living, and what are you bringing in?
I'm an assistant manager at a Quick Trip in South Dallas.
Okay.
And
Explains all the Quick Trip purchases.
it should. And I make around 60 to 65 a year.
Really? As an assistant manager, how many hours a week are you working?
The base is 46, and that's where the 60 comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But the range is because I take a lot of extra shifts. So
what's your hourly?
15.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez,
But we
you're
get
just
bonuses.
grinding then. Okay, what are the bonuses based off of location performance?
Store profits, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have secret shoppers that come in, and their scores they give our store determines the other part of the bonus.
So it sounds like you have a pretty good score.
Yes.
So you have a pretty good score on your job part, which leads me to extra concern as to why the possible we are having a late fee on this first thing that's in front of me. First thing, 21 years old. Not what I want to see for someone 21, immediately throwing their financial future down the drain, especially when you're making money. That's going to be upsetting. So $55.68 of late fees right there off the bat.
It is, yeah. I essentially made a decision to defer that payment to the next month.
What? It's a credit card. You can't just... What do you mean?
It's my car payment.
This one's your car payment?
Yes.
Okay, but we do have another one that's a credit card that you're also late on.
Yes.
You make too much money. The money that came in at 21, by the way, I would have done way too many terrible things to bring in $3,000 net. $3,301.02 from your job. Is that a normal month?
No. Is that from the month of February?
It's from the statements you gave us.
Yeah. So I recently, after that month, so our bonuses are based off the previous month before. So that would have been from January when my very first store they put me at was a slow store, like a starting store. And I was promoted to a busier store.
Within, we're only a few months into the year.
Yes. So I was there for a month and I got moved to a busier store.
What would you say hits your account on average?
On average, if I work normal hours, my 3 of the 4 weeks, the regular pay is about $750, and then the bonus week is $1,500 to $1,700.
Let's be conservative, 15.
Yeah.
So, okay, a little more, a few $100 more,
Yeah.
$3,750.
Yeah.
But that's before taxes, right? Or are you saying that's
after.
net?
That's net.
Okay. Well, again, 21. The things I would have done.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
No one believes the pay, but
So why are you f***ing it up immediately then? Like, seriously,
yeah.
man. No, why are you f***ing it up immediately is what you're going to answer.
I made some decisions to enjoy. I already, before getting promoted, was when I owed on the credit card quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I basically just, when I promoted, I wanted it to feel that way in my spending rather than having to just immediately dump it into bills.
But these are bills that you agreed to. These are bills that you took out. Welcome to adulthood, 3 years in. Congratulations. Or do you need to be coddled and held at home? You signed up for these bills.
I did.
There isn't the I just want to go spending, so I'm not going to take care of my life's responsibilities. Leave these payment enough, someone's going to come take that car. And you're still going to owe on it after whatever they sell it for.
Yeah. There's a pretty big gap in the loan too, how much it's worth versus how much my loan is.
At 21, golden opportunity being squandered. Oh, it hurts to see. I just did like a mouth fart. That was great. that was interesting. Okay. Well, I'm glad I could.
Could you say that again?
What is happening? This is chaos. Glad I can have a laugh when I'm seeing just this terror and pain in front of us. And then you also go to school, don't you?
Yes.
I think I saw.
Yes, I'm a full-time college student.
Okay, well, that's a lot of time.
It
I don't
is.
even have time to spend this extra money that you're spending. What? Okay, so what are you studying?
History.
Okay,
And
history's
I
great.
plan on going to law school post-undergrad.
Interesting. Okay. How many years or semesters are we into undergrad?
This is the end of my 3rd year, so I have one more to be graduating May 2025.
And then when do you plan to go to law school? Immediately?
Yeah, fall
Okay.
2025.
Well, I know someone. His name is Ian, and he doesn't like to pay debt when he owes it. Into law school, how are you paying for that? Are we borrowing a few $100,000?
Yes, I would have to.
Does that make sense for someone who's like, I don't pay debt?
When you put it like that, maybe. But
What kind of law?
I want to do criminal, defense attorney,
Okay.
in court arguments.
All right, give yourself a financial score, 0 to 10, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst.
I'd probably make good money compared to other college students. So that's the only reason I'd probably give myself like a 3.
You're missing debt payments and you gave yourself a 3. You're missing debt payments and you gave yourself a This is going to be I need this to be the ultimate wake-up call of a conversation. My 21-year-olds out there, you better listen into this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't be laughing, but I get it. Cope laugh. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
If you want your financial score, it's free. Link in the description below. Also, be nice to our boy over here. He came on. He was brave enough to actually be here. I'm the Caleb Springer. Only I can meme on you and meme on you in the title and thumbnail, and you know we will. But
Right.
be nice to him. You know, he's coming on here. But I'm going to give you a wake-up call because this is insanity. If you have a business and you're ready to actually take it to the next level, you're in luck. Today's sponsor, Tailor Brands, is exactly what you've been missing. The ultimate business builder. Guys, if you establish your business as an LLC, it can provide you with numerous benefits, including liability protection and tax advantages. It's the truth. Tailor Brands can help you navigate through this process seamlessly. Tailor Brands makes building a business way more easy. They take care of all the paperwork and simplify everything. This allows you to focus on what truly matters, growing your business. Tailor Brands also helps you navigate through the confusing maze of licensings and permits, protects your business name and logo with a trademark, and even assists you in setting up a business bank account. Plus, with Tailor Brands Finance Manager, you can easily keep track of your finances, invoices, and taxes all in one place. And if you ever have questions along the way, their team of business experts are there to provide live consultation and support. Tailor Brands, they're more than just a tool. They're your dedicated partner in business success. Visit Tailor Brands and start building your future today. Use my link in the description below and you get an exclusive 35% discount on selected LLC plans. Again, the total amount due right now, total amount due on this, whatever the this even is, which we'll get to, $1,113 is what you owe right now.
On my car.
Yes, on your car.
Yes.
I know. That's what we're talking about. 1,000. Okay. So what's the okay? So the total balance $20,883.61, which is insanity to have in your position of a college student wanting to go borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to law school, which I'm totally supportive of if that's the career route we want to go down. You just got to grind. You got to grind, and we don't go into insane car debt before to get. Okay. What's the normal minimum monthly payment, my dude?
$556.
Why are you f***ing this up? What's the interest rate on this?
24.1%.
No.
Yes.
That is one of the more disgusting things. It's the age thing. The age thing. Dude, the interest rate is higher than your literal age. Why are you laughing about that?
I got it when I was 20.
How can you possibly sit there and get a giggle out of that? I get it. I'm a little bit my words. Okay, fine. Some cope laugh. You're getting confronted for the first time, but buddy, do you know how that is? Like, legitimately, how absolutely life-ruining that is to your finances.
I didn't until I decided to multiply the minimum payment by the length of the loan.
What's the length of the loan?
72 months.
Who sold this to you? I need to go beat the shit out of this person.
It was CarMax. I thought I could trust them.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. How many years are we into this?
I got it in June last year.
Okay. So you got it when you were 20.
Yes.
If you're selling this to a 20, never mind. It's a free open economy. You're an adult. You're allowed to go make stupid decisions. But like, I would personally feel a bit gross selling you this.
I put a $5,000 down payment on it as well. It was a $25,000 car.
And you put $5,000 down on it?
I did.
But you owe $21,000. So it's only gone up. That's probably because you're not paying your payments.
The vehicle was 25. The loan ended up being 26 something.
After you put 5 down on it?
Yes.
Because of taxes and registration and you?
Yes, exactly.
What is this car?
It's a 2017 Ford Mustang.
A Mustang? What? Why even care about just like a modern? Aren't the only cool Mustangs from like the 70s or 60s?
Those are the ones that made me get this one.
What? This is probably a modern piece of shit that it's like nothing. Who's getting a Mustang these days? Look. I promise this. You said 2017?
Yes.
I promise this 2017 muscle car is not making up for your twinkness. This is not going to turn you into like an ultimate man.
No, not at all.
At 21%. I need to see this thing, man. I need to see this thing that you have your life for. Can we see? Are we allowed to take a look at it?
Yes.
Are we allowed to take a... Okay, let's get a camera together because I want to go take a look at this thing.
It's pretty.
It's like a game show. Let's go on the... Let's go. This is insanity. Let's see. We get a camera. Wait a minute. We're getting... Okay, so we're getting a battery. Well, my producer just told me to... Sit back down for a second. Just a number that I wasn't aware of. Something else. Okay. So he said insurance. Insurance. Please. Okay. What's your insurance?
Car insurance payment is $770 a month.
I've never heard of that. What the f*** is your life?
I haven't been licensed for very long either. I got it my license when I was 19. It's part of it. And then they,
What the
car has 2 doors, so they charge a lot more for that as well.
What is this car worth today?
Around $16,500.
It's not the world's worst, Galfa. This is man. Oh, you're 21. This is insane. I don't want to shame you for this, but I'm just like processing how fucking... I've never heard of an insurance payment like that. I've never heard of an insurance payment like that. That's fucking insane.
It was a lot cheaper when I was on a plan with other vehicles. When I got my own plan, though, it jumped.
Where did you apply to this show through? Where did you apply?
Through the link in the YouTube description.
Okay. You're just someone from the audience. Again, I've heard a couple people like, oh, it's a paid actors. You're someone from the audience. Like,
yes.
I wish we were faking that you had a $700 payment, dude. You're 19? Insurance payment? Let's take a look at this thing. I gotta see this magical thing that's worth throwing our lives away. How is this? This is like the most basic I've ever seen in my life. How is this worth ruining your life for? I'm confused. Wouldn't you save up and work hard to get something like cool? Just straight up, legitimately, I would rather drive. The guy who's filming this, his name's Noah. He's a producer. I'd rather drive his piece of Jeep right there. I'm not even kidding.
It's a Liberty.
I'm not even kidding though. I would, because at least like there's space. Can I get in the front?
He's on brand.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I legitimately don't get it. This thing looks like it's from 2001 in here. Well, throwing our lives away for this, for all these fucking buttons and...
This is the premium version with leather seating and the screen here.
I don't believe 5 seconds 0 to 60.
5 seconds.
One way to find out. Here you go, hold this.
May I? Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Since someone hit my Jeep, they were in a turn lane. I was driving by and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be in this turn lane anymore." They hit me. I ended up having to get a new car, and I got a Tesla. Every other car feels like a piece of.
compared to the Tesla.
Yes. But it's also like the same price of your car after tax incentives. Okay, let's take this on a road. Oh, gosh. We'll be sure to give you gas money. Why is it making like a triplet over duos
It's actually
beat?
because my front right blinker is out. But it sounds like it's a Christmas song.
Oh, dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun. Sport.
There you go.
Buddy, I didn't even feel anything.
Yeah, there's no kick.
What the just happened? I was expecting so much more. Let me try to not crash your car.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Oh, I just realized I only know how to park now with the thing telling me how far how close
The
it.
sensor.
God, I'm such a little baby at I don't think I can drive cars anymore. That was the most underwhelming 0 to 60 I've ever experienced in my life.
He's talking about Teslas. Those aren't even real cars.
What do you mean not even real cars, huh?
It's electric. It's silent. Cars have heart and soul and volume.
That's like someone who used an ice box in the past saying that refrigerators aren't even real cooling devices.
They're not.
I'm driving something that's going to last 300,000 miles. You're driving something that's going to die in 75,000 while going to 0 to 60 in like 10 seconds.
I think you're just too used to the fake cars. The
Too
buzz
used to
down the
modern
road.
technology that's been invented post 1940. Yeah, I am.
I'm more classic.
That's okay. You stay on that old. I'm going to join the rest of the world in the 21st century.
Wasn't your suggestion for me to get a 1970?
No, I'm saying if you actually want a, I keep thinking of like Camaro or Mustang. What is it, Mustang, right?
Mustang.
If you want a Mustang, get the one that's at least considered cool. No one gives a the 2010s versions or the 2020 versions, do they? If you pull up next to them, I'm like, oh, that dude's in a Dodge Charger. Like, that's what I would think. I'm like, oh, that's an who's like deeply in debt, probably because every single person that drives those kind of cars is deeply in debt, and they're just trying to pretend like they're a little longer than 4 inches, and like, I feel like that's all that's happening. Is that what we do? Is that what we do, ladies and gentlemen? Are we in the point where we are missing car payments, have a 21.4% interest rate?
24.1.
24. Oh, it's worse than I. 24.1% interest rate, missing payments, and a $700 insurance payment just so that people think we're above the national average.
It's more for myself. I don't do it for attention from others. I enjoy the car. I enjoy the experience driving the car. I love how it looks. I can look out at it. We have cameras in the parking lot at work. I'm working.
good.
I can look at my car.
Oh, good. What are you getting off to your car now? Okay, this is. Sorry, I know I'm bullying you. I am. Actually, I'm not that sorry, but because it's kind of fun.
I can
Because
tell.
that's so silly. It's such a silly thing to ruin your life for at 21. I don't get it. I would sell this car today. Are you willing to consider selling this car today?
No, I don't know what I would do with that gap, and I'd be
No. The
carless.
gap is so minimal compared to what you could save. If you got a $7,000 beater piece of something that would get you reliably around where you need to get for a few years to come safely, you could borrow the gap and you'd still save so much money. Especially when we're talking about like a 70-month term at 24.1% and my entire life now.
I don't think I could drive a car like that every day.
I promise it's not much worse than that. I've driven cars, and I'm not a car person, but there was nothing unique driving that. I'll just be honest. I know I'm being cheeky, being a little dick, but to be completely honest, there was nothing special about driving that. My Jeep did not go that much slower before someone decided to hit it. Like
We could test that.
we could test it, and it was slower, but I did not get that much of a difference. Your gas mileage, I don't know, but I mean, it's a pain in the. We don't need to go in circles on this. You're seriously not willing to consider this? Why come out on a financial show if you're not willing to take what is probably one of the bigger things off the list? We could save you close to just in balance alone $9,000 if we did this and we finessed it, but it would save you probably in total $15,000-$16,000 in total when you're calculating the interest that you're going to be losing.
Because once it's sold, it doesn't cover the full owage.
I know.
on
I
the
said you're
loan.
borrowing the gap.
Oh, so getting a loan on another car and adding the gap to that car. Is what
Yeah,
you're
your
saying.
gap's what? $4,000, $5,000.
4 to 5. Yeah.
If we got a $7,000 car, so we're looking at a $12,000 loan potentially at an interest rate that's not great, but that saves you $8,000 to $9,000 on the balance there alone, and then it's much easier to pay off aggressively. Hopefully, before we go to law school, which a whole different conversation. Can't wait for that one. And your interest is honestly probably going to be better on some kind of personal loan, and the term is certainly going to be better. You're breaking my boys' hearts over at the Money Guy. Do you know the Money Guys? By any
I
chance?
don't.
Okay, they're a great finance channel. They're more for we're a little more entertaining and focused on the beginner stuff. They're more advanced and just diving into more advanced stuff. But when they talk about car loans, they say no more than 8% of your income is the minimum monthly payment. No longer than 3-year term. You've broken the fuck out of that. And 20% down, which you're kind of close to. But you're breaking that term thing. They don't have rules about interest, but I'm sure they would be very upset at your interest rate.
Wow.
Okay. So that's one loan. 33 minutes into this and one loan. I don't know where we are at in the video because I'm sure a lot of that stuff was edited. But okay. So we have a Discover card.
I would be willing to sell my car for a more expensive, newer car. Maybe you would like the newer one too, and it could be worth the money if it's going to be spent anyways.
We just talked about the gap in borrowing like $7,000 for a $7,000 car. What are you talking about?
So
You're 20.
with other people that have had the same income and position at my age,
Don't you?
they've been approved for $50,000-$60,000 cars. So even if I got something that's 40, add on the 5.
Okay. I'm just going off the fact that you're young, dumb, full of complete stupidity, and I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna be gentle here. I'm gonna be gentle Caleb. Everyone loves gentle Caleb. What kind of car? What are you even talking about?
I like something with a luxury. Specifically, I've looked at a Lexus RCF.
But I thought the whole point of the Mustang was that's like your family.
Yeah,
What do you care about a Lexus?
the Lexus is it's like a Japanese Mustang is what they call it, the RCF.
Who has ever I'm sure people have said
It
that.
has the exact same engine and like drivetrain
The engine is that
not that one. It's the same engine as the higher level of the Mustang.
What's its 0 to 60? Because that was not 6 seconds, like you said.
Probably 3.8.
No,
like
I
4.
doubt. So according to you, it's probably double that because that was like 12 seconds.
No, you might just not. You said you didn't know how to drive. I think that could be accurate.
Didn't know how to. Well, it's not knowing how to drive. It was getting that whole bulky thing with antiquated technology into a parking spot.
Well,
But yes, I have been spoiled as of late with my new one. But why do you need that at 21? Like legitimately, why do you think you need that? I'm going gentle. I feel like I want to slap you across the face, tell you you're stupid. But I'm going gentle, and I want to at least hear your thoughts on this. So why the possible do you feel like you need that? Is it the income thing that you said other people in my income and my age are doing that? Is it that?
that just really is my justification to know that I could, but my reasoning was that's just the only interest that I have is cars, and I drive a lot, so I want to enjoy those. I drive like 70 miles to and from work. I'd love to enjoy it.
Do you want a car that expensive that you're putting that many miles on a daily basis?
Well, I guess recently it's been 70, but with my new apartment, it won't be as much. But
No.
the more I drive, then the more worth it is to have a nicer car. I feel better.
No. Feel better. There's so many different ways to. So that's your only interest in life, like legit.
outside of well, I play video games, watch anime, things like that. But as far as things that cost money, my interests, I play basketball.
Video games cost money. Basketball can cost money.
I can, but I have a gym membership, and they have a court, so it's not too expensive compared to the only major expense something that like people have hobbies, and some people will buy a car and throw thousands into it to change it, but I don't do that. I just spend it every month.
Holding it together. Be proud of me, guys. Caleb Springer's holding it together. This idea, because it like ruins this conversation for me, because there's more to go through. There's spending to go through. There's a couple more debts. This credit card with another late payment, but we're still on this car thing. And you know what? Let's loop back to the car, because I'm gonna get derailed, and I want to keep the conversation going and get your full financial picture on display. But I feel dead inside that a 21-year-old is saying the things that you're saying. And it's actually just, you don't understand how you are making the remainder of your life right now. But let's move forward. $788.56. There it is. Late fee because, we make good money. Hey guys, guess what? If I make good money like other people in my position, I should be able to go get a fucking Lexus. You're not paying on the car loan you already have. You're not paying on this credit card that you have here. You're not going to cash flow any part of school, and you're like, I'm going to go borrow $200,000, $300,000 of loans. What in the possible do you think you can do? You think you deserve a Lexus, and you're not paying on a easy, simple minimum monthly payment credit card? How the possible do you?
I know that if I
stupid
had to, or if I could, it brings me security to know that I could pay it at any point.
Oh, you. What do you mean? Security is having no bad debt in a fully funded emergency fund. Security. What security are you talking about? Security. There's no security here. You currently have a $444 minimum monthly payment because you're not manning up. You're just sitting there jerking off to the Mustang all day instead of taking care of your shit.
It's essentially, I know that I have.
You need to get sent to like the military or something.
No, they don't make as much money.
It's not about that. It's about your discipline, your mindset, your immaturity. It's like I'm talking to a 14-year-old.
I think that I know that I have. So if it's $400, or the total is I think $770. I have that much left over every month. So any month I could.
So why haven't you paid it then, like an adult? Tell me why you haven't done it.
I having to move out this month very, very abruptly, very suddenly.
Why?
I was in a 3-year relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and that ended a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
I'm sorry, that sucks. It really sucks.
We lived together.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's what
did it end poorly?
It did.
Okay, I was gonna say the fact that you're being forced out.
Yeah,
is like,
it was not a clean split. It was.
Why? What happened?
We couldn't communicate. Really, was the main issue, and so any small thing would get bloated into a bigger argument, and eventually it was just reached a breaking point after.
How old is she?
21.
Okay, and you literally okay. So you just signed a new apartment. You mentioned that earlier.
I did. I just paid my move-in fees and got my keys today.
What's your new rent?
It is $1,323.
It's 40% of your net, dude. Wow, maybe it was a blessing. At the beginning, I was like, I'll do crazy at 21 to make that much money. But you know what? With the mental maturity I had around that age, it took me many years to grow the up and like actually get my taken care of. If I made this much money at that age, it would have hurt me even more because you've lifestyle inflated the out of yourself. You didn't need rent that expensive right now at 21. Come on, we've all lived in a shoebox when we were that young, just trying to make it. You're just spoiling yourself. And you want to get a fucking Lexus. It's just like, go.
My reasoning for I did choose a higher rent than some other ones in the area, mostly because of safety. I work in a really unsafe area, and that's a lot of my days. And so when I go home, I don't want to feel that same worry that I feel at
What are you
work.
talking about? What do you? What city is it though you're working?
It's in South Dallas.
Okay. There's a lot of Dallas left besides that one area. A lot of Dallas.
I chose to live in Arlington because my school is in Fort Worth, so it's about halfway in between both.
That's not a completely unjustifiable reason, but I know for a fact you could have gotten rent cheaper. And it's not even just pissing me off that you did this. It's what's worrying me is that everything, man, you've lifestyle inflated yourself in every situation. Your spending certainly has as well. We haven't gotten there yet, but in terms of where any purchase that you are doing, you are taking it to the extreme, pretending like you're making $150,000 a year when you're not. And you have this massive thing you want to take on called law school here in a bit. You're putting yourself in such a hole. It's beyond dangerous. It's Wednesday. You need a free $20. Usually you get $5 for signing up for Acorns, but using my link in the description below, you get a free $20. There's no strings attached. Make your Wednesday better by getting a free $20 for signing up for an amazing platform in the link in the description below. And there's your late fee, $41, and then interest is charging as well. So we already have some student loans, it looks like.
Yes, that's for this semester and the previous semester.
What was happening before then?
I was paying out of pocket for it.
What changed? Oh, the Mustang.
Yes.
Actually, so you're choosing these other debts for these other luxury items in an apartment that is too expensive for you. You're choosing that over cash flow in your school. Good. I don't know. Okay. You push back on the car. Maybe you can walk away from something to this conversation. I really hope you do, and we're going to connect you with good resources either way. But more than anything, my goodness, if you are young out there and you're even considering this, it's just like, watch this, send this video to everyone who is about to go to school or considering a car purchase, because this is insane. This is insane, and my mind is going in circles right now. And I like school. I'm good with going to school. Borrowing to go to school can be good. And I talk about certifications with course careers. I talk about trade schools. I love all that stuff. There's a lot of good ways to go about education, but the fact that you were cash flowing it and now you've actively chosen not to in order to take out more debt for luxury items is like one of the dumbest things I think I've ever heard in my life, legitimately. Like, end my entire life right now. This is so beyond stupid. This is so...
Before, this is my first car. So before getting it, I was walking to work.
Good. Keep walking to work.
And then we moved, so I could no longer walk to work.
Well. You and your girlfriend moved, okay.
Yes.
There are cheaper cars, believe it or not, than $25,000.
This is the only car I really looked at when I was searching. I was set.
Oh, me. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is stupid. So what is that balance? So what does the semester cost? And are you borrowing the whole thing?
Yes, it was $2,250 this semester and $2,250 last semester, so $4,500.
And then you're doing another year, and let me guess, you're financing that.
Yes.
Stupid. So we're borrowing a total of $9,000 old, but that's a drop in the bucket because guess what? We're about to borrow minimum $200,000 on law school. And you gave yourself a hammer financial score of 3. That's hysterical. That's the best joke I've ever heard. I had a comedian on the podcast a few weeks ago, but that's the best joke I've heard in this last year.
It felt fair.
What are you, like a trophy? Like I deserve a trophy kind of person? Is that who I'm talking to?
I felt my score, I picked a 3 just because I feel like I have a pretty good potential to fix the situation.
It's not about potential. It's about where you are today.
Yeah.
You're assessing where you are. It's not about where you
Okay.
think you might be. That doesn't make any sense.
Fair
it's
enough.
not the Hammer future financial score. That doesn't. Is that what it's called? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm being a, but I'm losing it. Like I'm like hyperventilating. Like I feel like my vision's like, because I'm like breathing so much of how just stupid this is. $50.82. That's in our checking account. Yeah, it makes sense to get a staying in a $1,200, $1,300 rent or whatever it is. It makes sense. Chick-fil-A, Apple Bill, Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, Cash Apping out money. You're sending it to your Cash App. Ritz-Carlton. Oh yeah, we're living that real bougie life. Well, what are you doing in a Ritz?
That was Valentine's Day and the anniversary celebration.
Well, guess what? That didn't work out very well, did it?
Fair enough.
That was mean. I apologize. I'm a quippy little, but not the little that's necessary to buy a 2017 sports car.
I think that the Tesla says some more though.
It doesn't make any sense. You tried something, but that didn't even make any sense. Gong Cha, Panera Bread, Cash Apping out money. Whataburger, Cash Apping out money. Chick-fil-A. I'm going to look like such a this episode. So many people are going to be angry. Panera Bread. Oh, Nails and Spa. We treated the X.
We did.
Rip. That's okay. I'm recently an X as well. Not 3 years, 6 months, but
Well,
I get it.
yeah.
I'm hitting those apps. We can be app buddies. We can be hinge buddies. We can suffer together.
I don't think I'll be doing that. I'm not interested in moving on, personally. She was great.
Yeah, but also that's not how it works.
I know.
Someone who's been through a few breakups.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Was this your first breakup?
Yes, my first relationship.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I was a little younger than you, but you should have seen how I took my first breakup. It was embarrassing. My goodness. My friends could tell you so many stories. I could not handle breakups, and I get it. You will move on. It might take a little longer.
It's fresh.
It is. How fresh?
Couple weeks, yeah.
Oh,
After 3 years.
go. Yep, that's fresh.
But we are still friends.
Doesn't sound like it from you being kicked out.
Not roommate enough friends, but
Well, if you're friends, you'd let someone not be homeless, but okay. Chick-fil-A, Microsoft, Viac, Panera Bread, Apple Bill, Panera Bread, McDonald's, Cash Apping out money, some taquitos, and DoorDash Dash Pass. Yeah, that's what makes sense when we have $50 in our checking account. That's really smart. That's awesome, guys. Taquitos. You're just getting drinks and snacks at QT while you work there?
sometimes a small charge at QT is if I pass a lot of other quick trips on my way to work. And so if I don't have enough gas to make it, I'll just stop and get what I need.
$3?
Because sometimes I'm running a little late. But I have
You make so much money to be a $3 stop at a gas station. I used to be a $3 stop at a gas station, but I made no money. And also, I don't have to do that anymore. That's another win.
You have to take a 2-hour break to charge it, though.
What are you talking
more,
about? I
20.
plug it in once a week at home while I'm asleep.
You have a home charger. That's
oh.
different, I guess.
Yeah.
Not everybody's there.
It's like, I think it was like $200. I think if you're getting like a $20,000, $30,000 car after rebates, you're getting a $200 thing to plug into a wall at home.
No. I thought it was a lot more than that.
Car guide knows nothing about cars. Interesting.
Well, real cars. Real car guy.
Okay, and we're getting some taquitos and DoorDash, cheesecake, cider cake, Apple Bill, some Millennium thing, Center Place, and nails. You gave her lots of nails, and she gave you lots of homelessness.
Well, she did offer me a place to stay. I just didn't feel. I felt like I didn't want to take advantage of just that.
I don't think that's taking advantage. That's
she's just really nice, and so she didn't want me to be homeless. Didn't want me to be out there.
Wow, this is you are not over her. $1 in a Cash App thing. It's mostly just I can't tell where a lot of money's going. It's Cash App payments between people and items.
But a lot of times there's money going back and forth between me and my girlfriend for bills sometimes, but also if we're at dinner or whatever else, it's being moved. And sometimes I would just transfer money to my Cash App and then use my Cash App card to pay. So
That makes sense. Yeah, this is money back and forth. PlayStation. You already had Microsoft, but okay. And some taquitos or just a $3 gas and Chick-fil-A Whataburger. This is fast food. Savings, whopping $0. Imagine making that much money and just like choosing to like potentially die poor and in debt. So that's what you're doing. Well, let's do a little example before we go into any budgets or car talk, because I know we need to talk about that again. We are putting our arm around you in terms of this is the tough love, but we're going to give you lots of love afterwards, and we're going to do follow-ups and all that good stuff. But we'll give you some. Let me tell you, that guy that was filming back there, Noah, you know?
yeah,
That dude's getting matches left and right on Hinge.
I saw.
He's going out on dates every like 5 seconds.
I did see that was about 3 months ago, though.
He's a killer, isn't he? Oh, look at that beard, handsome man back there. He is, you know, with the ladies. I've gotten like 3 matches since I downloaded Hinge the other day. That guy gets like 3 matches every 50 seconds. So I'll put my arm around you financially, but we'll get Noah to put his arm around you like bro, like wingman style. You can go to the bars now. See, I hate bars, but he invited me to the bars the other night, and I was like, I don't want to go because, ew, that's gross, and it's past 10 p.m. Well, maybe you guys can go. You'll do some cold approaches. You'll get maybe your second woman in your entire life, and I'll be like,
well, I've met my girlfriend. I met her on Tinder.
well, Tinder's pretty much out. But
yeah, she was the first person that I matched with.
I know she sounds like the first person for a lot of things for you, but we're going to grow beyond that. 750. I'm in a mood in this episode. That whole car thing put my brain in an other level.
I think that you haven't experienced a great car. You know, it gets you hooked.
A great car, buddy. I drove that car. If that's what's considered a great car, I literally drove it.
Well, it's the entry level drug to the car activity.
Yeah, 24.1%. That's entry level. Okay, you're 21. Let's get to just 59 and a half. So 39 years of investing based on your income. I know it's not your dream job, but let's just pretend that's what's happening. You're investing $750 a month, which is 20% of your net. You know, let's just go conservative. And then 8% annual returns, which is the average return of the stock market from its beginning to where it is today.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be retiring with $2.4 million. Also worth about, 1.5 in today's money, 1.25.
Okay.
That's what you'd get, dude.
Is that solid? I don't know. I don't really know anything about retirement. Is that a solid amount?
You could certainly retire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. 2.4. Let's just do the 4% rule because you'd be retiring in your 60s. You don't need to have it last in like forever and ever, multiple endless decades, which is where you do 3%. That's $96,000 a year. Can you survive on $96,000 a year?
Certain.
Okay, and that's what you're giving up by going and getting a dumb car and going and getting a rent you can't afford when there's a lot of options and fast food, $50 in our account. Not paying our minimum monthly payments. On the 2 debts you have, you're literally not paying your minimum monthly payments. Your credit score must be...
I think it hasn't really changed since I
What is
opened.
it?
About 600.
Okay, so it's definitely not great.
No.
And of your spending categories, let's just get some stupid stuff here. This is stupid. Okay, 13.3% of your spending, or $618.42, because the debt payment, it was catching up on that, even though you're not caught up, you're still behind, you owe $1,000.
Yes.
Great. 6.4% went to transportation, probably gas, and is car insurance included in that? No, I didn't. We didn't have the car insurance at that time, so that percentage would be completely blown out, but at that time, it was $299.88. Necessary food, 2.3%. Come on, that's groceries. $107.49. That's insane. We're going out to eat as 9.6% or $445.94. You're an adult. You're 3 years into adulthood. You do not need to be coddled anymore. If you are incapable of living as an adult at 21 or 18 or 19 or 20, then you should be sheltered. You shouldn't be able to go off to college. You shouldn't be able to drive. You shouldn't be able to rent a car. If you're a child, you're a child. You're a child. Then you need to be treated like a child, but you're not. So act like a f***ing adult. Unknown shopping, 13.3% of your spending. It's typically Walmart, Amazon. Don't really know what it is.
Okay.
$618.76. Miscellaneous bullshit shopping and taquitos, 5.5% of your spending, or $254.70. Subscriptions, 0.6% of your spending. Then the big whopper, and we'll go through the individual items. 49.1% of your spending is other large purchases, or $2,291.42. And that's Cash App money just going out. And that's where you send it between bullshit. Ritz-Carlton, because living that bouge. Like, red roof, dude. Like, come on. And a Cash App loan repayment.
I did. I it's paid off now, but I did take out a Cash App loan.
You're too young for this. This like actively hurts to see. You could have so much potential. You have no idea with your income, with your brains. I got your SAT scores. Like, we collect financial information, but I got your SAT scores. You're very smart.
Yes. I've been told.
But you're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met in my life at the same time.
I've now been told that too.
What to do. So your spending was $4,464. Great. But again, the quick trip income was $3,301. No surprise, we're missing payments. And balances on debts are going up. And we're not paying the minimums. Y'all, this is the time to switch to my favorite high yield savings account. With SoFi, you can get 4.6% on your money. I hate when my money is just losing value, so make sure you're keeping up with inflation at the very least. You can also get FDIC insurance on that money up to $2 million with them. Plus, they'll give you money up to $300 when you set up an account with them. There's even extra perks like being able to get paid a couple days early. SoFi is what I use when I'm setting money aside, and it is the banking app of the future. Sign up, link in the description below. I always want my money to be making more money, so don't lose money on yours. If you've ever wanted to see disappointed Caleb Springer, you have found him.
I get $200 a month from my dad because he never paid child support. And so kind of made a new agreement
For
to like
for how long?
How long did he not pay?
No. How long until he doesn't?
Until I graduate undergraduate. So next May. Not permanent.
Okay, so let's include that $3,950 a month then now comes in. Your debt minimum monthly. What's your normal car payment? Remind me.
$565.
$565?
Yes.
What's the normal Discover payment if you weren't being a dumb not paying on it?
It was like $35.
Oh, you are such a little child. $600 for debt minimum monthly payments. What's your new rent again?
$1,323.
Okay. I do want to be very clear because I know I've been in like a mood this episode and I am just like, I really do want you to do well. I approach these conversations in like just a tough love approach, but I also like to meme on people. It's just my sense of humor. And it's also how I like people to approach me. And I really do want you to do well. And I hope you know that. And that's where we start going into this. And we're gifting you our budgeting program. It's the best that can be found online. There's a lot of good things that come from here. This is the wake up call. And that's the point of this conversation. This is the point of this channel. Not an investing channel. I don't know why people would recommend that. But that's the point of this. And I do want you to do better. What's your phone, Bill?
I'm on my parents'.
Okay. When you start your own Get Helium, it's like $20 a month, but stay on your parents until you got it. Well, your water, gas, and electric, what do you think it's going to be?
I would say altogether probably maybe 100. That's what they gave me estimate from the complex.
Okay. And internet? Have you signed up?
I have not.
Okay. Well, you're one of those guys that like is going to get fiber for Hub, right?
No, absolutely not. I would probably want good internet though.
I'm gonna say $50. Gas. You spent $200, but your location is gonna be changing.
Yes.
Right. So.
And I would say it's about 20 miles to school.
Just give me your estimated gas payment. What's it gonna be like? 125 now?
Probably about 150, I would say.
Car insurance was what again?
$770.
Oh, it's almost
It's the cheapest option I found. The general was going to charge me $1,100.
You at 21 with no driving history got a sports car, like the dumbest piece of $300 for food, $100 for grocery fund. That's anything else you need to survive. For your TP fund, sorry. Groceries, $300. TP fund, $100. Anything else you need to survive. Is there any ongoing medical or gym?
Gym's 15.
50?
15.
Got to get buff for the new ladies out there. See, my thing is, I'm seeing how fat I can get for the ladies out there.
That's
so
the way
far,
now.
so good.
Dad bod.
Yeah, I think we've passed that. And your subscriptions giving $0 doesn't really make sense. I think that's it. Anything else you can think of that you have to pay for? I'm not including your school fees. I should, but I'm not.
I think that's it as well.
I'm only 90% interested in getting fit for the ladies.
I really have only used the gym to play basketball.
That sounds fun. I like tennis.
I'd love to have a workout routine, but I feel like if I go in there and just do random things, I would look like an idiot and make no progress.
I think that's my fear too. If you have a friend, I think that can be helpful. A friend to go to the gym with who's like a little more well known. But also, I think people are just focused on their own thing. I mean, people are recording themselves in gyms these days. I mean, they're just so hyper focused on their own thing. Just go look like a dumb, because after a while you won't anymore.
That's true.
Or just watch a couple things on YouTube as well. The site is free. $3,408. Maybe we'll talk about your potential workout routine in the post show.
That'd be great.
From Noah, because I can't help with that. Actually, I do like lifting. This show's getting off the rails. Save that for the post show. $542 is what you have left over, because what you need to survive is $3,408 on a minimum monthly basis. You should have more left over, but your car insurance is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and your rent is too expensive. Okay, but with that, my friend, here's my diagnosis and prescription. Discover, pay that off in 2 months. Easy. That's done. Car. You're not going to do this, but this, I literally only give the recommendations that I would do. I pulled myself out of really bad debt, worse debt than you. And this is what I would do. Sell the car, borrow the $5,000 you need, get a $7,000 car as well. So then we have a $12,000 loan and an interest rate. Your 600 credit score, maybe like a 20%. It sucks, but that's $12,000 to pay off as quick as possible versus $20,000. You just save your self $8,000 and potential interest as well. So with this, I would also be working as many hours as you can. Try to get that as high as you can. But
for sure. I've been working 65, 70 recently.
Okay, because it still takes almost 4 years to pay off that, which is beyond bad. And you're going to be deep in law school, and it's just like, you're not going to be working as much while you're in law school, if any, because that's basically a full-time job. So it's just... Wait a second. No, because you're going to sell this car, you're going to get a stupid, just basic sedan or just even an SUV, whatever. Your car insurance is going to be so much cheaper, and that's going to allow you more. I think you can pay this off in a year and a half, because your car insurance should be minimum half the cost, because you're not being a dumb. Do you have any arrests, any tickets, any car crashes?
I don't.
Okay, so yes, it's your sports car. Clearly, at your age.
Yes. So
like, no, you're gonna have so much more money to throw at this. This is great. So I would 100% do this, because in a year and a half, basically, that car payment's completely gone, now looped up in your beater, and your Discover is completely gone. And then, so actually after graduation, what I would do is this. 1 year gap.
2 full semesters.
That's what 1 year is.
Yeah.
I would do that so that you don't get law school, because you could get something bad happens and you just can't afford anything, and like you're not getting approved for extra loans or grants or whatever. Also apply for as many scholarships and grants as you can. You're smart, you know how to do it, do it. But what that 1 year does is gives you that. First of all, if you go right into law school, all of a sudden that 6 months that you have left to pay off the car, or the personal loan in that case, which is making up for the car, you're not going to have time to work. And that's just going to be extended, and it's just still more minimum monthly payments than you can afford. So you'll just be borrowing to pay those minimum monthly payments. It just gets bad. You've made the choices you are now. You've made adult choices that were stupid, and you're dealing with the consequences now. The consequences is that your dream of going to law school is going to take 1 extra year. That's fine. You're still going into law school at 22 and a half, 23. Like, oh my gosh, oh no, we're making lawyer money at 26. That's terrible. That's crazy. Or when, I don't know how long it takes to make lawyer money, because I know you eat for a bit, right?
Yeah,
but either
3
way,
years, and then you don't get straight into the real.
yeah,
real
but either
money.
way, you're going to be making decent money by 30, which is incredible. You're already making decent money now, but you're going to be making great money by then. And that's fantastic. And then you're going to aggressively pay off the loans. And then at that point, you're going to be catching up on retirement as quick as possible, you know. And that's where the exciting stuff is. Like, I love buying stocks through Moomoo. I love my solo 401k and all that crap through Fidelity. There's a lot of great things. That's where the exciting part of the conversation really goes, but we're not there yet. And what really, here's what terrifies me. Let's be honest. I don't think you're going to sell your car, and there's no way it's going to even, okay, this is what I think is actually going to happen. And I'm sorry to doubt you so much, but I mean, just based on this conversation, come on. You're going to continue accumulating student loans. Your car is going to just not get paid off. You're not even going to be paying your minimum monthly payments on the Discovery. You're going to be going into law school, borrowing all these hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're not going to have any money to make your minimum monthly payments on all the loans you have accumulated because you spent all your money. And now you won't have an income at that point. And you're going to be in such a bad spot where you might even drop out with all these loans. You're going to be working into your late years just to pay off the minimum monthly payment that you didn't pay 5 months ago. And it's just going to be this reoccurring terrible process that is crap. And we've seen these people that are in successful careers who are smart people that have just been dumb with their finances. And it's going to ruin your life, man. And that's not what I want to see. You're young. You're smart. You have the ability to live a good life, but you are not living that good life right now.
I think that the car is hard. It'd be hard to let go. I built a relationship with it.
Buddy, you're already getting over one relationship. You can get over the second one.
I'm not over that. I'm not. Make that clear. I take one at a time.
This isn't the TLC show with the strangest addictions. You're not making love to that car. You can get rid of it, dude. You can get rid of it. If you're still watching and you've seen that episode, it's very weird. Let me know in the comments below.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let's get your Hammer financial score.
Well, one thing I wanted to mention about the student loans is that they could have been non-existent if I was offered through my high school into the community college free tuition for just graduating high school and going straight into the community college. But my first semester, I ended up withdrawing from all my classes, and that voided my...
So you did go to community college, though?
I did. That's where I...
Okay, and you were getting free... That's where you are now?
Yes.
You're getting your bachelor degree from community college?
Well, I have most of the credits that will transfer.
When are you going to the university?
I would have to in the fall.
And only for 1 year?
Yes.
Okay. Why'd you drop out?
I had a lot of mental things going on at the time, and I could have still kept up with my classes, but I essentially tried to preserve my mental space.
What was going on?
Just lost. I was super, I guess, disappointed in the fact that I was in community college because I was going to Texas A&M.
Oh, okay. Okay. No,
until it was COVID. It was 2020, and they were gonna have us get a full loan for housing, but there was no in-person classes. It was all gonna be online from the dorm. So
was your housing covered through this program?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that would be a dumb decision.
Aren't you living at home though? It's community college.
I was.
So,
but if I went to Texas A&M like I originally planned.
Well, why would you have if college was free? I mean, the saddest people in life are the ones who like grasp on to the college they went to, like they're never able to move on, and that's the highlight of their lives, meaning the remaining decades of their lives are just sad and depressing.
That's true.
Like,
I would
gives it's a place where, I mean, it's okay. Texas A&M has a disappointing football team anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Like, okay, but that's your feeling.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna invalidate it. Actually, no, it is stupid, but that's okay because community college is great, and more people need to know that. But
I've realized now.
So you ended up going to community college, and that's what you dropped out of for a second?
Yes. So I started at community college, and I had about 6 classes, and I saw that my grades were falling behind, and I knew that if those ended up on my record, that it would be really hard trying to transfer out of the community college into a good school to have a solid like school on my degree. So I just withdrew from them so that the grades would be redacted basically from the record. And that voided my eligibility for the free tuition.
But you're back in, and now you have to pay for it because of that?
Yes, and that's what the loans are for.
Spending your budget is ridiculous. You're not making your payments on your car, so your spending your budget has to be a 0. I mean, people hate it when it's a 0 out of 10, but I think this is going to be a 0. I mean, just look at these. I mean, you have nothing in your debts. You're not paying. So, I mean, I'm sorry. We can't complain about it, but 0 out of 10 is your Hammer financial score. Make sure to stick around for the post show. We'll dig into some more stuff and it'll be fun, and check out the links in the description below, as they are the resources that I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting program in the history of the internet. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show. So Noah, I hear that our boy Ian over here likes to f*** his car.
Oh boy. Well, we're really diving in.
For people like you, you're just being a dumb. You were just being a dumb piece of stupid. To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below. Make sure to check out the link in the description below to get 35% off select LLC plans from Tailor Brands.